Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Family&Fusion. The United States and a few other countries celebrated Thanksgiving on the 28th of this year, the 20th of November, that is. As you may be aware, every year Thanksgiving is celebrated primarily on the last Thursday of the month or the fourth Thursday of November. I've never been to a Thanksgiving dinner before, so I thought that this year I could try making the dinner at home. So, Thanksgiving dinners are one of the main focus points of the Thanksgiving festival. As we go through this video, I'd like to show you how we prepared some of the traditional Thanksgiving dishes for the dinner and give you snippets of Thanksgiving as well. We started off with the eggplant parmesan dish. Most of these dishes were baked primarily. For the eggplant parmesan, which is basically brinjal, we cut them into slices like these and breaded them with breadcrumbs. You can either fry them or bake them. I decided to put them in the air fryer so that they could give a crispy texture. Followed by this, I set a base for the dish using marinara sauce. Marinara contains tomato puree, basil, garlic, and a few more other spices. Marinara is also the sauce that's generally used on pizzas. So this is a layer by layer dish. The first layer is the marinara sauce. The next layer is the breaded eggplants. And then we put a layer of cheese. So while that's prepping, let me tell you about one of the most popular activities that people like to do during Thanksgiving. And it's as simple as watching the television. And people watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. This parade happens in New York, and there are all these huge floats that are taken around, Midtown, New York. This year, it was raining, but even then, the parade still happened. Back to the dish. I used parmesan and mozzarella to give it the stretchy texture. After this, I created one more layer with the same set of ingredients: the marinara, the eggplant or brinjal slices, and cheese on top. This is a very rich dish with lots of flavor from the marinara, the seasoned eggplant, and of course the cheese. After this, we set it in the oven to bake at 350 Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes. While that was baking, I started the prep for my next dish, mashed potatoes. So I boiled that vessel full of potatoes with some garlic in it for that garlicky flavor. And then after peeling the potatoes, I added butter, sour cream, and some milk. And then, of course, for flavor, I added salt and pepper. I guess this was one of the easiest dishes to prepare because the only effort was to actually mash all of those ingredients together. So again, while those potatoes are being mashed, why is Thanksgiving celebrated? So Thanksgiving is a holiday that celebrates the harvest and other blessings of the past year. It's celebrated in the United States and Canada and also in a few other countries. So this holiday has its origin in the 1600s. The Native Americans gave a feast as a celebration to help the settlers from Europe when they came into mainland America, to help them survive their first winter and cultivating crops. This feast lasted for 3 days and included corn, roasted meat, and a few other produce. Once the mashed potatoes were done, the next thing we started prepping was for mac and cheese. So we boiled some elbow shaped pasta in salt water and poured some olive oil so that they didn't stick to each other. After the pasta was boiled, we added lots and lots of butter for flavor and salt. And of course, I also added some pepper and gave it all a good mix. I got this recipe from a colleague of mine. I did not follow it to a T. It could have turned out better than I wanted it to be. So maybe next time I might follow the exact recipe she gave me. The next step after all that mixing was to layer the pasta into a baking dish with cheese. So I used two types of cheese, mild cheddar and sharp cheddar. So after this first layer of mac and cheese, I added one more layer of pasta and the cheese on top. There are quite a few ways that you can prepare mac and cheese, and you can use different kinds of cheese. You can use pepper jack, you can use mozzarella also. So I just tried it with these two, and towards the end I added some mozzarella on top just to give it again that stretchy texture. I added some milk so that the pasta wouldn't get dry when we baked it. Maybe next time I'll try to cook the pasta in the milk. And this is that second layer of pasta and cheese. Now, one of the other activities that people enjoy watching on Thanksgiving are football games. We didn't do that. But there is another activity called turkey trot, which a lot of people do all around the US. Turkey trots are basically marathons, 5Ks, 10Ks. I wanted to attend one this year but did not get a chance. So maybe sometime in the next few years, I'll try to do that. Now we kept the pasta for baking at 350 Fahrenheit in the oven for about 30-35 minutes. And you can see how gooey and bubbly the cheese became after a while. Once the mac and cheese was done, the next thing we baked was the main item, chicken. So normally for Thanksgiving, the meat eaters eat turkey, and they eat huge turkeys, and the leftovers are there for days. But we're not turkey fans, so we decided to do chicken instead of turkey. And to give it a little kick, we marinated it with Indian tandoori spices. The chicken was the item that took the longest time to cook. We baked it at 430 Fahrenheit for about 40 minutes. And prior to this, the chicken was marinated for about 3 to 4 hours. Another item we had was garlic bread. So this was our modification of bread rolls. Bread rolls are just regular buns, but we decided to have garlic bread instead. So I bought a baguette, spread some garlic spread on it, and baked it for about 20 minutes. And once the garlic bread was done, and of course the chicken was done, we were all set for dinner. We had some friends over, so it was a nice, fun, quiet Thanksgiving. Of course, our ritual at the end of our meets is always to play some kind of games. So after dinner, we played code names. So through this video, I just wanted to show you how we celebrated Thanksgiving here in the US. We did it for the first time, and it was a nice time exploring and trying out all these new dishes at home. Before we end, I just wanted to show you a couple of visuals from how the Thanksgiving Macy's parade happened this time in New York. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you got some trivia about what is Thanksgiving, why it's celebrated, how it's celebrated. I hope you'll keep tuning in to Family and Fusion for more content like this. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.